March felt like a month in between seasons, between plans, between where I've been and where I'm going next. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, just a reminder, I'm Caitlin King. I write YA Christian fiction and fantasy, and during these monthly vlogs, I like to talk a little bit about what I did throughout the month and what I've been working on. For those who have been here for a while, as you can see, the chair is officially back by the bookcase. All my Christmas stuff has been put away. That took way too long this year. And so between that and the unseasonably warm weather that Idaho has had, I've officially been moving into spring earlier than I probably would have in the past. So I hope you enjoy the vlog and everything that I did this month. I tried to spend the month focusing on the little things that bring me enjoyment.
everybody, and welcome to Royalty Free Writing Podcast. For today, we are asking the important question of who are we, what is our purpose, and why are we here? We had this really, really important conversation of what we're talking about today, and we came up to existential crisis questions. So, starting, I am Ellie Liram. I'm also known as the Swamp Mother.
I am Melissa. I am also known as the Goblin.
I am Caitlin King. I am known as the Queen of Kings.
Yeah, and today we're just kind of answering those existential dread questions. Who are we? What is our purpose? And why are we here?
Okay, we are officially on take 3 of this segment. So earlier, I recorded it, and then when I got up to end the recording, I realized that my camera had died about halfway through. And so I was like, oh man. And then I was going to immediately charge it and get started again. And by that point, my downstairs neighbor had come home and she likes to play her music. And so I was like, okay, I'll have to do this later. And then the next time I tried recording, my microphone died like 2 seconds into it. So this is the third time I'm saying all of this. So we're talking in the continuing the theme of transitions for this month. I did not even read a full book this month. Now, some things are changing my life. One of those things is that I used to have to walk my dog at least once, if not twice, during the day. And now my husband's work schedule has changed a little bit, and so he does that walk for me so I don't have to interrupt my day. And so I haven't been listening to my audiobooks as much because that's when I would listen to my audiobooks, or if I went on a trip, and I haven't gone on a trip this month. I do plan to go on a trip next month, so hopefully I'll get a few audiobooks in at that point. So I only have one book that I've been reading this month, and that is Wendy's Ever After by Julie Wright. And this was a book I picked up at LTUE. It came with, because I got it there, it came with some character art, so cute, and some stickers, which I've never been a big sticker person. Even like in the 90s when they were popular, I would just like keep them in a box because I didn't want to put them on something and then them get ruined and I never can use them again. So I decided I'd put the stickers actually in the book because that way they're with the content of the book from this point forward. So there's a sticker, and you can see that she signed it to me because I got it there. I am about halfway through. I'm halfway through this book. Yeah. So yeah, about halfway through the book, and it is very like it's a continuation of Peter Pan. Wendy's all grown up. She meets a handsome stranger at a ball, and that guy turns out to be Hook's nephew. And so then she follows him to Neverland, and now they're having this adventures. You can see what Neverland has become like. I do feel like it leans a little into the common tropes with Peter Pan retellings, where Peter Pan may not be the hero that we know or knew as kids, and that Neverland isn't the happy-go-lucky place that it was when they were kids, and that sort of thing. So I'm about halfway through at this point. So we'll see how I end up feeling about it when I'm done. With that in mind, the other book I had wanted to read this month was Fit for a Princess by Abigail Manning. Now, if you remember last month, I read Fit for a Prince in like 3 days, and it was amazing. Best twist I've ever had. It was just great. I was so excited to get the next book. In fact, I cried when I found out it wasn't available yet, and it wouldn't be available until March 20th. Well, my very sweet husband decided to contact the author and asked her to send me a signed copy when they were available. And so we got that in. And so she decided to include some of her merch from her Kickstarter. So we have things for Long Live the Princess and some character art. This one's from the last book, Long Live the Prince. When she said that, I was like, what? It's crazy. A bookmark, Fit for a Princess, and the character art. And then some stickers. We have the main character, Diasporo, and then the 3 princes. I laugh every time I see these. They're just so cute. But yeah, the 3 princes that she has to try to win over. And then this one that says, shape the crown you want to wear. Now, with the sticker thing in mind, this is one I have to put somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to put it on my like vanity mirror or what I'm going to do, because I love this sticker. So, and then she also signed it to me. So I was super excited that he did that for me. I had planned last Saturday to take the day off, no craft fairs, nothing. And I was going to sit and read. And I don't think I've done that in years, but I was just going to sit and read. There wasn't going to be like anything else on my schedule except for reading this book. That way I wouldn't be interrupted. And I ended up having to record the podcast on Saturday. It was the only day that we could all get together. And so I was like, man, I'm so bummed I didn't get to read it. And I haven't started reading it at night because I will be up all night and I can't do that right now. So hopefully I will have a Saturday off in April where I can sit and read this for a while. Or I think I'm feeling a tickle in my throat. I might have to call in sick. Take a day. Okay, we'll see. So that's the other book I wished I had been able to read this month, and probably is still going to be a 5-star read. And then, so since I didn't have a lot of recommendations this month, I decided to also do what I said last month, where I was going to pick a theme and recommend some books from it. And so because it was March and St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, oh, I'll just grab an Irish book, the only one I have. This is called Journey to America, the Fiona McGilwray's story, A Voyage from Ireland in 1849 by Claire Pastor. I read this when I was younger, and I really loved that I got to see what it was like for an Irish family that was in Ireland during the Blight, what it was like to be under British oppression at that time, them trying to get to America, and then once getting here thinking, this is the dream, we're going to be here, and then experiencing persecution and oppression by people because they did not like the Irish coming. And so if you've never heard about that sort of a thing happening in American history, I encourage you to pick up this book, because it did. It's just not something that's talked about as much in American history. So just a reminder that on my Patreon, I do go through all of the books on my bookshelves right now that I'm like, I read this, I enjoyed it, or I DNF'd it, or I haven't read this one yet, and stuff. And also let me know in the comments, what theme do you think I should do for next month if it's another month where I don't have as much time to read? I've been continuing to work on my Robin Hood retelling. Of Quivers and Noir now officially has a title and a cover, and it's available for pre-order on Amazon. Seeing it out in the world makes it feel so real, even when I'm still in the early draft stage. I did run into a bit of a plot hole this month, which is always a little frustrating. But when I figured out how to fix it, I realized I had actually been laying the groundwork for it without even realizing it. This is one of those moments that makes writing feel so magical. I have a tendency to let my drafts overlap each other. So though I am currently still in the handwriting second draft stage of the story, I've also started typing the story. And one thing I'm doing differently this time is I've always reread what I've written during that second draft. Wherever I left off in the last one, I'll reread what I wrote and then pick up where I was and start writing. But I never did that when it came to the typed version. And I've started to realize that if I did do that, it might catch more of the mistakes that I have let slip through before they get to my editor or my beta readers or anything like that. So now I'm going to do that. I've chosen to do that with a reading feature on Word where it voice to text. So I'm going to play it for you, and it sounds very robotic. This is not how I would ever want anything narrated. However, it did the job because I was able to catch a few things that, I missed a letter here or there and it changed the word. And so this is something I think I shall continue for the future.
Caused her eyes to narrow. Relief surged through her as the outline of walls, a pitched roof, and a chimney took shape. A shaky breath spilled from her lips. She found it, choking back a half-laugh, half-sob. She surged forward, curling her hand into a fist. She pounded on the door. She only hoped someone would be awake at this hour. Her heart soared when the door flew open and golden light streamed out to greet her. Beneath her knees buckled. She had made it. She was safe. Chapter 1. The color blue used to bring a smile to Robin's face. Not because it was her favorite, or because it was the color of the sky on a sunny day, or even because wearing the color made her eyes pop. At least that's what her mother used to say. No, to Robin, the color blue represented one thing: belonging. It was the official color of her family, the honorable Barrel clan in the Kingdom of Ender. And until now,
So that is all for this month. Like I've been saying, this month just felt more like a transition month for me more than anything else. And so I'm looking forward to a lot of the things that might be happening in April. I have a few surprises up my sleeve. I'll be going to a writing conference in Boise. And so I am super excited about what this month has in store for us. Let me know in the comments, what did you do this month and what are you looking forward to in April? Thank you again so much for watching. Bye.